Have you ever felt fear quietly shape your life? The kind of fear that tightens your chest, clouds your thoughts, and makes your goals feel distant. Fear of failing, fear of being judged, fear of stepping into the unknown. It acts like an unseen weight, slowing every step forward. Today, I will share a story about a young man named Ryan who left his comfort behind, walked into uncertainty, and discovered the true secret to defeating fear forever, and transformed his life. The story begins with a young man named Ryan. He lived in a quiet town surrounded by hills and narrow roads that led nowhere fast. To those who passed him by, Ryan appeared capable and calm, but beneath that surface lived a constant unease. He feared speaking his truth, feared disappointing others, and feared taking risks that could change his life. Each dream he carried was weighed down by doubt. When chances appeared, fear spoke first, reminding him of failure, embarrassment, and regret. So Ryan waited, watching life move forward without him. One night, after lying awake filled with frustration, Ryan remembered an old tale often whispered in the town. Deep beyond the hills lived a solitary teacher, a man said to understand the human mind better than anyone else. People believed he could reveal the truth behind fear itself. Before sunrise, Ryan packed lightly, left a note behind, and stepped onto the winding path toward the mountains, determined to find answers he could no longer ignore. The journey tested him quickly. The road narrowed, the air grew colder, and unfamiliar sounds echoed through the valleys. Every shadow felt threatening. Every sudden noise fed his imagination. His heart raced, urging him to turn back. But with every fearful thought, Ryan repeated quietly, "If I stop now, I stay the same." So he walked on. As dusk approached, he reached an open plateau where a single stone hut stood against the fading light. Outside, seated calmly, was the teacher. His posture was relaxed, his eyes steady, and his presence strangely reassuring. Ryan bowed and spoke with a trembling voice. "I am tired of living afraid. Fear decides my choices and limits my life. Please teach me how to defeat it." The teacher studied him quietly before responding. "Sit with me," he said. "Fear cannot be defeated by avoiding it. It must be understood." As darkness settled around them, the wind grew louder, carrying distant echoes through the hills. Ryan felt his chest tighten once more. The teacher gestured toward the shadows forming across the land. "Notice how fear grows when light fades," he said. "It exaggerates, distorts, and convinces you danger is everywhere." The teacher struck a small flame. The darkness retreated. Shapes became familiar. "Fear is like this," he continued. "It thrives in uncertainty. Light weakens it, but light requires action." Ryan listened closely, sensing his lesson had only begun. The teacher stood and led Ryan toward a narrow trail that descended steeply into the hills. Soon, they arrived at a broken stone path overlooking a deep ravine. A thin rope bridge swayed between both sides, creaking softly with each gust of wind. Below, the drop vanished into darkness. The teacher pointed forward. "Cross." Ryan's breath caught. His mind flooded with images of falling, failing, and never making it across. The teacher spoke calmly. "Fear shows you the ending before you begin. Take one step." With shaking legs, Ryan placed his foot onto the bridge. It held. He took another step. The bridge swayed, but it did not break. His heart pounded, yet as he moved forward, something shifted. The fear remained, but it softened. When he reached solid ground, relief washed over him. The teacher nodded. "Fear shrinks when you move." Back at the hut, the teacher placed a covered basket between them. Something stirred inside. "Reach in," he said. Ryan hesitated. His thoughts raced. He imagined pain, danger, and regret. "Fear feeds imagination," the teacher explained. Slowly, Ryan reached inside. His fingers brushed something warm and harmless. He pulled out a small bird, fluttering briefly before flying away. Rayan laughed nervously. "You suffered before anything happened," the teacher said. "Fear punishes twice." As night deepened, the final test awaited. A low growl echoed from nearby rocks. Rayan froze as glowing eyes emerged from the darkness. His instinct screamed to run. The teacher stepped forward calmly. "Stand still. Do not challenge. Do not flee. Face it." Rayan's body trembled, but he remembered the bridge and the basket. He steadied himself, meeting the creature's gaze without aggression. After a tense moment, the animal backed away and disappeared. Rayan collapsed onto the ground, overwhelmed but alive. "I thought fear would destroy me," he said. The teacher smiled gently. "Fear reveals strength when you stop running." Rayan felt something unfamiliar rising within him. Confidence, clarity, courage not born from safety but from facing discomfort. He sat quietly, breathing deeply, realizing that fear had never been the enemy. It had been the doorway he refused to open. As dawn approached, the sky softened from black to gray. Rayan sat beside the teacher, his body tired but his mind alert. The teacher placed a hand on his shoulder. "Fear guards every place you are meant to grow," he said. "It appears loud, but it is hollow. Walk through it and it loses power." Rayan reflected on his life. How many moments he had avoided, how many dreams he had delayed. He understood now that fear had shaped his choices only because he allowed it. It had never disappeared, but it no longer controlled him. The teacher continued, "Do not wait for fear to leave. Act while it speaks. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is movement despite it." When the sun rose fully, Rayan stood and bowed deeply. He thanked the teacher and began his journey home. The path felt different now. The same sounds, the same shadows, but they no longer ruled him. Fear still followed, but it walked behind him instead of ahead. Back in his town, Rayan noticed change immediately. He spoke when it mattered. He accepted challenges he once avoided. Each step forward weakened fear's grip. He failed at times, but failure no longer terrified him. It taught him. He realized fear had been a guide, pointing toward growth, not danger. And so, if you are listening today, ask yourself this. What fear stands in front of you right now? Is it fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of the unknown? Remember this lesson. Fear is not a wall. It is a doorway. And on the other side of that doorway is the life you are meant to live. If this story stirred something within you, share it with someone who may need this message today. And for more life lessons, remember to subscribe to our channel, because sometimes a single story can awaken the courage needed to change your life.